Hello there. Welcome to this is the Nintendo Club podcast, but we're not going to talk about Nintendo. Me and John both want to talk about Star Wars because because it's great. So we interrupt your regular Nintendo episodes for a special edition on The Force Awakens. I hope you guys are having an awesome Christmas and New Year's, as we will probably be releasing the audio of this right around when there's nothing to talk about because it's quiet in the new season. So, how's it going, John?
Excellento. Excellent.
Yeah.
How's it going, Tim?
Pretty great. I saw this is Friday as we're recording the day after it came out. Because it came out on Thursday, right? I mean, as everyone knows.
Well, the official release date for when my son is reading about this movie on Wikipedia in whenever 20 years or whatever. I don't have a son, by the way, but if I ever have a son,
not yet.
If I ever have if they're reading about this, they're gonna see it as December 18th release. So
yeah, which is crazy because like 7 p.m. is like
that's like
still
that's 5 hours before the I mean that's come on.
You can see it twice in that time frame.
I know people who did.
Yeah, shoot at the tickets. You see it twice. You saw like at 10 o'clock and then like at noon because you don't work every day during the days.
I saw it last night at 10:30 and again today at noon at a different theater.
That's pretty good. So I saw 3D. I've only seen it once. I really want to see it again. I saw 3D regular size screen. Did you see different formats or was it the same?
Yeah, I was actually excited because this is my first time seeing a movie in what's called Dolby Prime.
I've heard of Dolby Atmos. What is it?
So this uses Dolby Atmos. So the Dolby Atmos is the sound part of this, this is probably the coolest thing I've experienced in a movie. So you get reclining chairs, so you get to recline, which is nice. Yep. When there's big things that happen in the movie, we're allowed to do spoilers, right?
So let me just preface this. If you're listening to this or watching this, please have watched the movie, hopefully, because we're gonna just talk the crap out of every little detail. So,
all right. So every time, say, the Millennium Falcon slams against the ground, which it does a ton in this movie for some reason. It does,
because the girl doesn't know how to drive at first.
You feel it. The seats vibrate. It's like a rumble pack, which is cool.
It's not like subwoofer. It's a little.
It's not the subwoofer. It's the whole chair shaking. Another cool thing is it's 3D sound, so you have sound coming from the sides and the top and bottom from you. So say when they were on the Death Planet, it's not Death Star. What is it? It's called a Death Star Killer.
Star Killer, which I love that reference. That's actually a reference to I think like an old Star Wars book a long time ago that someone was called that.
Luke Star Killer. Luke
yeah,
Star Killer.
Right. Yeah, that's the original name. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they're on that planet thingy, when it's all snowy, you could hear the snow and the rain on either side of you. And but still hear the text, or not the text, but the voice audio in front of you. It was really, really cool. And the projector
it's like one step away from having the mist come out of the seat.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. They just need smells and everything. And the screen is HDR, so it's 4K and HDR. It looks real. They even have a little. Yeah, they have a preview before the movie that actually shows you split screen. Here's what you used to see, and here's our new screen. And I
wonder if Boston has any of that going on.
Apparently there's only 12 of these in the whole United States.
I doubt Boston's hip to that.
Well, Boston's got some nice stuff.
They do. I don't think they got a ton of theaters though like that.
And then I saw it again today in 3D because the the Prime is not 3D. No,
it was 2D. Okay.
It was 2D, yeah, which is 2D, which I prefer. I'm not too into 3D.
The 3D was well done. That's when I saw.
I saw 3D today because I got the tickets for free. I didn't really have a choice. I wasn't gonna, complain.
For free.
Yeah, someone had an extra ticket and they invited me to go, which was cool.
That's cool.
It was in 3D, and I was surprised at how much I was not bothered by it. It
was well done. Yeah.
It was not. Yeah, it was. I think maybe
there was only one jarring point when the Star Destroyer was in your face,
that was actually kind of not bad though. I kind of thought, ooh, wow, that's kind of cool. The previews were a bit much for the Warcraft movie. That was kind of ridiculous. But,
a little bit.
I think maybe the projectors and the screens have probably gotten better since the last 3D movie I saw. You see movies more than me. Do you see 3D?
I don't see it often. I normally go as cheap as possible and see it for $6 in the morning. I spent the full 15 on this one. Yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
3D, night showing, kind of crazy. Yeah. I do want to see it many more times though, because it was really, really good. And I bought the soundtrack. I pre-ordered the soundtrack like 2 hours before it came out. Once I got home, and so I listened to it at 11 o'clock that night.
Is it that different from?
Well, I mean, you're just hearing the pure music, no sound effects or dialogue in a way. It's a good experience.
Sure. No. Yeah,
I'm a music junkie with that stuff. I have all the Star Wars soundtracks. So, at the beginning, the opening fight scene,
on Jakku.
On Jakku, which it's not called Tatooine.
It's not Tatooine.
It's a desert planet. But it struck me how there was blood on stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, like and there's like emotion. The guy that ended up quitting the stormtrooper business.
Business.
No, he was kidnapped as a kid, and he decided, I don't want this anymore. It was a very touching moment where you could feel his empathy of, I don't want to be doing this right now, and this is really messed up what we're being made to do.
The first thing I noticed about that scene was, because this is the first new Star Wars since Episode 3.
I gotta say, reading the scroll for a new Star Wars scroll is just exciting to read.
Let's talk about the scroll first.
So I got the scroll. Let me read the scroll.
Let's talk about the scroll. Well, you don't even have to read the scroll.
Okay. I've got the scroll here.
If you want to read it, you can. It's kind of long, but
it's 3 paragraphs.
All right, you can read it.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Episode 7, Force Awakens. Luke Skywalker has vanished. In his absence, the sinister First Order has risen from the ashes of the Empire and will not rest till Skywalker, the last Jedi, has been destroyed. So this implies he's the last Jedi and Luke has not evidently trained any other Jedi, right? That's kind of the implication. Yeah. With support of the Republic, General Leia Organa leads a brave resistance. She's desperate to find her brother Luke and gain his help in restoring peace and justice to the galaxy. Leia has sent her most daring pilot on a secret mission to Jakku, where an old ally has discovered a clue to Luke's whereabouts. So that's the opening scroll. And
the first thing with this opening scroll is it didn't put me off, which every opening scroll for the prequels all just put me off.
You don't like hearing about the politics, John? Of the Galactic Empire?
It's awful. Just reading the opening scrolls, especially at Episode 1, when it just makes no sense, and you're just reading it, and you're going, what does this have to do with anything I've ever known about Star Wars? And then reading this, and just having it feel like, yeah, this is what totally should happen next. This is what I expected.
Yep.
This is... Yeah. So I was like, that just set the mood for all right, this is...
The first time I was trying to grasp, the First Order is risen from the ashes of the Empire, so it's not the Empire because the Republic replace the Empire? They run Coruscant now? Is that right? I was trying to understand that whole dynamic. I don't think I fully understand that either yet.
I think the Empire never fully took over the Republic, and I guess after Vader died and the Emperor died, I expected kind of after the Return of the Jedi that they were dead, the bad guys were dead, and the good guys would take back over. But it seems like no, the good guys kind of just gave up and kind of let them keep on running the show. It seems like
nothing. So you think the First Order is still running Coruscant, then, right? They have the city.
Well, don't they? I thought Coruscant was the planet they destroyed, but it's not.
I think it was a different planet. It was what I was hearing.
It is, because I watched it a second time. I watched it a second time, and I listened for the name of the planet, and it's definitely a different planet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of weird how it seems like since Return of the Jedi and this movie that the only thing that's really changed in the Empire is just the name. They still have the same, they seem to have the same money, they seem to have the same power,
Yeah, they don't seem weak like they did.
Well, they made you think at the end of Return of the Jedi that they were weak. They made you think that it was, that Vader was gone and the Emperor was gone.
Well, they felt weaker between A New Hope and Empire than they did between Jedi and this. So after Empire, they were like, oh, they're just on Star Destroyers and don't have their big Death Star anymore.
Well, no, I kind of disagree. After Empire, they kind of...
Oh, wait. I got them mixed up. The Republic seemed weak because they were on this stupid cold Hoth planet because they're...
They were totally remote.
They
were remote. Empire was running the show, which was kind of in contrast to the end of A New Hope, where you're like, oh, they destroyed the Death Star, they kicked everyone's butts, and at the very beginning of the next movie, it's like, no, they're actually they're almost done. So it seems like this Empire just can never. Even when two of their best leaders get knocked out, they seem to just keep running the show.
Now, okay, let me just dive right into the new baddie, the kid baddie, which at first,
talking about Kylo Ren.
Kyle Ren, yes. So I just want to dive into this before I forget like a point I was wanting to make. So the first time, so I heard he was Darth Vader's grandson. So my initial thought for like a good part of the movie was, oh, Luke had a kid. And then I realized it's Han's... No, wait. What did we find out first? Did we find out it was Han's son first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was kind of Han's son. And then it was Darth Vader. So I was very confused. I realized Leia. It took me a little bit to...
How did you not get that? Come on,
how did you like... He's like, did I mishear the first time? Like, is he Han's son or Luke's son? And I was like, Leia. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Han's son.
Yeah. And then...
You think Luke and Leia are like having kids?
No, because that'd be really weird.
Oh, yeah.
No, I thought I misheard or something the first time. So then as he has his like self-meditation theme, as he's like praying to Darth Vader's mask, he's like saying like, I'm conflicted between light and dark, and like how I want to live up to you and stuff. I really wanted you know how these Jedi can like come back in ghost form sometimes. Like why the heck didn't Anakin like come and pay like Han Solo a visit and say, hey dude, like when I died I like got right with God and everything and became on the right side.
Come back and tell him like, hey man, I left the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. Like Anakin's like he's a ghost now, but just like Yoda and Obi-Wan and
well, all the Jedi have pretty much been destroyed, so the Force is weak right now, so maybe they don't have that energy.
They can't go in ghost form still? Like, come on.
No more ghost form Jedi.
I mean, that would then make him less likely to be a Dark Lord, which would make this trilogy less exciting, but I kind of want Anakin to, give him some crap. Just saying. I don't know. Just saying. That's all crossed my mind a little bit. It's like, come on.
Where's all the dead people? That's what you were thinking.
Exactly. We're all the dead Jedi. Yeah. Because I hate this kind of punk teenager. He's a teenager. Like he seems like a little punk teenager.
Adam Driver. Are you talking about the Kylo Ren?
He's probably in his 20s, right? How old do you think this guy is?
Kylo Ren. He's 32.
In the movie, though?
No, in the movie, in the movie...
There's 30 years between, right?
Yeah, he's probably about 25 to 30.
Okay.
20 to 25.
So, probably, 10 years after Return, they had the kid or something, probably. So, 20.
They probably had the kid a couple of years after Return of
the Jedi.
Years,
yeah. 25. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you want to get in... You want to talk about his character?
I'm not a huge fan of this dude. Like,
I'm not either.
I want to be, because,
he's supposed to be the cool bad guy, right?
And just, his parental, he's Solo and a Skywalker all in one. He should be, one of my favorite characters, right?
I was really liking, generally, the character a lot, and I'll tell you what part really changed for me. It's the second he took off the mask. The second he took off the mask, the long hair was one thing, but it's really just it was his demeanor. It was just he did not seem very.
Did he seem like Anakin in Episode 2?
Yeah, he seemed like a whiny little boy. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, he just didn't. He was kind of puffy eye. He didn't know what he wanted. He was kind of mixed. I don't know. I don't know how I felt about it. I was hoping he would get killed off. He didn't get killed off yet. Maybe he will in the next one. But yeah, I don't know how I felt. As soon as the mask came off, I felt like the character changed a lot. They kind of showed a different side, which maybe
he's
they
wearing
should
a mask just to live up to his father, who wore a mask, who was forced to because he couldn't breathe without it.
You mean his grandfather, Darth Vader?
Yeah.
They even said.
I think he's just wearing it just
Solo.
to
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Han Solo even said in something in the movie, "You don't need it. Take it off." He's just wearing it just to be cool, like Vader. Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully
he doesn't talk different with it on, does he? He doesn't change his voice, does he?
Well, he's got like some sort of voice changer.
He does.
It's a little deeper and kind of more static, deeper and more staticky. I don't know. And
yeah.
It's so and Rey was able to grab the lightsaber instead of him, which to me, she's someone who has never even thought about having any powers with the Force ever, but he's been training almost his whole life, and he was not able to grab. I don't know.
He was injured at the end, right? Oh, but injury doesn't really affect your Force powers unless you're
this was even before he was injured. I don't know. Maybe that's how strong she is. She's so strong with the Force that she was able to grab that instead of this Jedi who's been trading.
Okay, I kind of think she was in. So Luke, it was understanding that he was training Jedi and he failed with Ben, which is his real name, right? Ben is the real name.
Kenobi.
Ben Solo.
Ben Solo, right? Named after Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, I wonder what his middle name is.
Lando.
Lando. Oh, it is. Okay.
No, I don't know.
It could be. I don't know. But I kind of think she was in that training. She had that flashback thing, right? Or was that a flashback? When she picked up the lightsaber, she had a flashback. Is that?
I think it was a flashback and a view forward. I think it was. I think it was both.
Because it made it seem like she had met Luke before.
No, she's never met Luke, because at one point in the movie, when they first mentioned Luke, the very first time they mentioned Luke, she turns to Finn and says, "Luke Skywalker, isn't he a myth? Like, she doesn't know. Like, she doesn't think he's real. Yeah." And she's finding out more and more about him as the movie goes on. My theory is she's actually Luke's daughter, and you're going to find out that in the next movie. But
that would not be
either that or maybe the twin of Kylo Ren. I could still see that. I could see that.
Yeah,
happening.
I could see there being some more Solo kids. He seems like quite the stud.
Yeah, maybe they had twins. They got rid of one. Yeah. They didn't know it survived. Yeah. Who knows? So Finn is the rogue stormtrooper.
I love this character. So this also, they make the fun point of explaining how there's stormtroopers that are clones. There's the clone squadrons, and then there's also the ones that are just kidnap these kids.
They called them. They said they had a word for it. It was conformist. Because at one point, they argued like, "Hey, my clones don't have trouble conforming like yours do." I think it was Kylo versus one of the generals. They were arguing about the stormtroopers going.
But that does explain it, because the prequel set up the fact that they're all clones of stormtroopers, and then
the other movies,
they're not.
They're not. Yeah.
So this explains that. We've been dying to know why aren't they all like Jango Fett?
So as Kylo Ren and his stormtrooper are coming into this town in Jakku, he decides to not participate in any of the acts that the rest of the stormtroopers are taking in, like killing the villagers or ransacking the place. And then when he gets back onto the Star Destroyer or the Star Cruiser, whatever, he takes his mask off, and obviously, I think for a stormtrooper, that's obviously
who told you to put your mask off?
Yeah, that lady. There's like some super lady stormtrooper. Like, you've never heard a stormtrooper with a woman's voice before until now.
Shiny
stormtrooper. Yeah, and then she obviously tells him, "Hey, go get your gun checked out," which I thought was interesting. Kind of made it sound like they could see how many times you shot like your gun in like who
Oh,
you
yeah.
killed and stuff. She was like, I want to make sure you're actually.
No, I think he realized that the armor doesn't do anything against lasers. It just goes right through it.
Oh yeah, no.
It's all for show, right? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, if a rock hits you, it might not hurt you as much or something.
Sure. But I loved in the moment where the laser got stopped by the Force in that opening battle. It just held there, and at some point just let loose as he, let go. He does have a way with the Force, that Han Solo kid. When he wants to, he's incomplete in his training. Like he's got moments of like he's really powerful, and then other where he's not.
Yeah, when he's complaining and whining.
And then he does like outlash like a little teenager. Like he'll get angry and just like use his lightsaber and just like destroy part of the roof.
Yeah, he did that like twice.
Those.
Yeah, he did like twice.
Those moments, yeah. And the Sergeant was kind of like walking away like, he's in his mood. It's like he's a bipolar boss, He's like, yeah.
So who is this old guy who's friends with Leia, who has the Luke Skywalker map at the beginning? Who is this guy? He's the guy they mentioned in the scroll, the old friend. They never mention his name.
Let me look in this very extensive plot.
How extensive is this plot you have?
I guess it's not as extensive as I thought it was. It ended quite quickly. I forget this scene. So I know the guy that got killed.
Yeah.
Is that the guy you're talking about? Yeah, the guy that got killed at the beginning, right?
Yeah, the old guy who got killed. He gave the map of Luke Skywalker to Poe.
Now, this is in fact a map to the original Jedi Temple. This is something that Luke probably found to get there himself, and then he left behind a good portion in R2's storage, and then this other last tidbit elsewhere.
It was kind of like he took out the part he needed from R2 storage and like literally left a hole in R2's.
Right.
Memory, yeah.
What else? I wonder if we ever will find out who that old dude is.
I'm trying to figure it out now.
I kind of want to read they wrote a book that's a prequel to The Force Awakens. I kind of want to read it now. Yeah. But I must say this: my favorite new character, John, is BB-8.
Yeah,
he's
BB-8,
so good.
yeah.
Like his personality, and just like I love that like humans can understand what he's saying. Like that's a language at this point in the universe where people understand droid.
People can understand R2.
They could.
Yeah.
Luke had the interpreter in the X-wing, right? He couldn't understand him until he read the.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like no one understood R2.
I guess
C-3PO.
C-3PO. Yeah. That's true. BB-8's awesome. Bill Hader, the comedian, did some of the voice acting and stuff for BB-8. There's
voice acting with BB-8.
Well, not they use voice samples.
Sound designing.
Yeah.
I want to say, Spiro, they sell the small one. I'd love them to sell like a $5,000 life-size full version one.
Spiro made that really big life-size one.
Spiro made both the toy and the original.
They would. I want
them to make I want them to sell like the ones they used in Star Wars for like a lot of money. I think they would sell. I think they would.
They would sell. They'd probably only make like a limited run though.
They would go for crazy money, I feel.
Yeah, BB-8's cool. I like BB-8.
And the way he moves, like he just rolls, like
it's all
great.
real.
It's all real. It's not like a special effect thing. Like and he makes R2 look less cool. Sorry, I got a pop-up notification on my iPad.
That's weird. Oh, you're on your iPad.
Yeah, I'm an iPad Pro. It's got better.
Oh yeah.
Pro, he makes R2 look so big and clunky.
He makes R2 look like just like old. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks so youthful. So he looks like his childlike wonder in his eye. And I love when he does the. I think he does a thumbs up with the lighter.
He does a thumbs up with a lighter. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
That's pretty great. And he functions the same as R2 as far as like being in the back of the X-wing and that kind of stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, my favorite character by far. It was a great moment when C-3PO came on the screen, though. That was like,
it's a good moment
we had
because
some flaws.
You didn't see it coming. Yeah,
yeah.
That's out of nowhere. Oh, BB-8. Yeah, BB-8's cool. What's really nice about BB-8 is I don't think there's a single thing, maybe besides like the arms, that's CG. Like it's all real, and like pretty much everything on the ground in this movie, I think, like
it was
real.
all practical effects.
Yeah, it's all practical effects. The only thing that you CGI was like aerial stuff and all that.
Yeah. Which you could tell. I mean,
you could. Yeah, it makes a big difference.
It really does.
Everything looks like you can actually like touch it and stuff. Nothing looks fake. It's. I mean, I think this might spark a renaissance of more movies going back to that, which I would like.
Prometheus was all practical as well.
Yeah,
it looked good. Prometheus looked good.
Yeah, I mean, in Jurassic World, there were one or two shots where they used animatronics, and honestly, I think those were the best shots in the whole freaking movie because the people could actually touch them.
Mm-hmm.
They look way better even when they used to. I mean, I think the practical effects of this movie were really spot on.
Now, Ren's her name, right?
Ray, yeah.
Ray, okay. She wasn't a slave. She was just really dirt poor. Is that her deal?
Yeah, it seems like her family abandoned her on Jakku, and they said they'd come back. They never did, and she's just like a scavenger.
She's living inside an AT-T walker?
Yep, it looks like it. Yep.
I love that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
That she has the rebel helmet, I don't know. She wears it for fun, I guess. I don't know.
She pretty much goes out, scavenges, finds scrap, and then trades the scrap for food.
That's and there's a Star Destroyer just crashed there that people can go in and have fun in.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Everything's so aged, it's really shows the age of how the stuff. What else? So Luke Skywalker, I love that he's in the end credits one of the main characters, but he just has a cameo.
He doesn't say a single word.
He does a voiceover for the trailer.
He did a voiceover for the trailer. Yeah, he doesn't say a single word in the entire movie, and he's got the second credit in the.
Yeah, right. And then he has an assistant. I know there's an assistant to Mark Hamill on the credits.
Are you serious? Really? An assistant? An assistant to put his robe on? He did one scene.
I'm guessing that's in reference to the next movie where he'll do more work and they've already started filming, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Why would they credit the next movie in this movie? That makes sense.
Well, I don't know. Probably the same assistant? I don't know.
I'm telling you, he made big bucks just to show up one day and stand there for one day.
That was a good scene, though, man. Just seeing him, man. Now, I gotta say, Leia, her voice, Han seems like Han. Leia's voice seems so different. It doesn't seem like the same person, even though it's the same person in the actress. I don't know. Did that get you at all? Did that get you at all?
No. She comes off a little different. I mean,
she's radically changed in my mind.
She's aged. Yes, she's aged.
She doesn't seem like the Leia we all loved and knew. She's very much aged. Yeah. Different.
It's still her though. It's still
her. It's still her. Less she's a Mon Martha. She's all reserved. She doesn't have the energy she used to have in the original trilogy.
Pretty much,
not yet,
yeah.
At least.
She's a general now. She's general. General. I mean, what's her? I guess Leia's still her last name. Yeah.
Organa.
Organa. Yeah, Organa is still her last name.
General Leia Organa.
I thought she was in the movie a good amount. She wasn't in there too much. She wasn't in there too little. She has her place in the story, but it's not. She's not driving the story. Which I kind of like that they left it to most of the new characters to drive the story.
Han did a lot of driving. This was his farewell movie.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that in a second. I mean, he was the only old character that did some driving, and It might be because it was his last drive, but
Yeah. I'm thinking Luke will be the next movie as
yeah.
the drive, and he may die at the end of the next movie. And Leia may die at the end of the... I don't know.
I would like Luke not to die. I could see him dying as a sacrifice to him, as a sacrifice to the Jedi or something like, kind of like Obi-Wan did to Darth Vader in A New Hope.
Sure.
Because I have some problems with this Han Solo death. I'm not gonna lie. I have some
issues
with it.
Too.
I was not satisfied. Let me start off by saying I am totally okay with Han Solo being killed off. I have no.
I think he wanted to be killed off. Like he wanted to do this movie, but I don't think he wanted to do 2 or 3 more.
He didn't want to do 2, 3 more. I mean, if you listen from like interviews and stuff, he didn't even want to do Return of the Jedi. He didn't even want to do Empire Strikes Back. But
he had so much fun. You could tell he had so much fun.
Yeah, he definitely had fun.
This is the Harrison Ford we haven't seen on screen for a long time.
Yeah, he was having a good time for sure. He felt at home. I mean, you could just tell he was happy.
Yeah, he was in his playpen.
He was having a blast. They were making jokes. He had some really good funny lines. He was really obsessed with Chewbacca's crossbow for some reason.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Like he had like 3 jokes about like, oh, let me use that thing. Like, dude, like, come on, like we get it. You like it, yeah.
It's like this powerful.
Yeah. But I felt like if you're gonna kill someone like Han Solo off, do it in a way that justifies who he is and what he's contributed to the story. I think.
Did you think for a second that he wasn't gonna die by the hand of his
Well,
son
I heard spoilers before the movie that he was.
Okay, I was spoiler free. I assumed he would die, but
I think everyone kind of had that assumption. I had that assumption before I heard. Then when I heard, I kind of just assumed, I was like, that's definitely gonna happen.
But I gotta say, internet, good job. All my Twitter people I follow, no spoilers at all. None of the websites, they were all. This is the most respectful I've ever seen.
It's been pretty good. Yeah, been pretty good.
And the trailers were done well. Good job, JJ.
I stopped watching the trailers. Like I didn't watch the past few.
You can't watch any of the international ones because those are just stupid. There's too much stuff in them.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to go back and watch the international.
Watch all the trailers. Yeah, me too.
So I avoid international because it's like those just get scary. That's what they put in there.
I don't know. Do you think Han's evil son killing him is the right way for him to go as a character?
So he said, "I know what I need to do." What was his line exactly? I know what I need to do, but I need help.
But I need help, and Han said, "I'll do." He said something as, "I'll do whatever you need, or we'll do whatever you need."
So I need help killing you? What is that? What he like? That's really messed up.
No, I don't think. I think at first Han thought he meant help bring him back to the light side.
Yeah.
And then that's when the sun went dark and the whole room went dark, and that's when you see him kind of like change his demeanor, and that's when he killed him. So I'm thinking he's kind of like, he was like ready to go back to the light side, and literally was just that far over the edge and decided, if I kill him, I'm dark, I'm gone. I can do it.
He's very bipolar. Like throughout the whole movie, he's like, I don't know if I feel this draw towards the light.
Yeah.
No, it seems like he wants to be on the light side, but like this Andy Serkis character, Sly. What's Slaw? I don't know what's the name of the new
Snork.
Snoke. That's it.
Snork.
But
Smeagol looks like
Snoke
a giant.
Has it, like Snoke's manipulating this dude, even though he doesn't want to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah, he's pushing him.
He's got a love affair with Snoke. He's got been seduced.
Snoke is like a giant Smeagol. I mean, I know he's not giant.
I think in person he's gonna be like Yoda size.
I think so too. Yeah, I think he's gonna be
like hilariously small. Yeah.
Snoke's character was the only one I was kind of disappointed in overall, completely, just because.
I want to know where he came from and why he is, or where he came, all that stuff.
Yeah, I want to know that too. I'm sure we'll find more out. I was kind of disappointed. He kind of looked too CGI to me.
Yeah.
I don't think the character is CGI though. Like I think when we finally do see him in person, he'll be real. But for some reason, the hologram looked more more. I don't know. I can't explain it. It was weird.
I was listening to the soundtrack, and they definitely used the voices of the Emperor that they did in the original trilogy. The low male voice that's like Latin. So, yeah, I didn't notice it in the movie as much, but I was listening to it. It's like, yeah, that's a big callback to that. So, which makes sense.
A lot of callbacks.
Yes.
We'll talk about the callbacks.
Sure. So there's mainly callbacks to 4, but also to 5 and also to 6 a little bit.
There are callbacks.
And I think it's appropriate, especially for this first movie. This movie's job is to just let the audience know that Star Wars is back, and it's about the characters again. It's about falling in love with these characters and going on adventures with the characters, and reminding them of some of the original stuff is not a bad way to do it.
Some. Did we
not
get
all
some?
Of them.
We got a lot.
We got a lot.
I think
What's the most grievous one to you?
Is
it the Death Star? A lot of people don't like the Death Star too, the big planet Death Star, which is actually a planet, not a man-made construction.
I don't have problems with that as a reference back to the original Death Star, because a giant sphere in space that can destroy things just makes sense to me. Because I mean that makes sense. My problem with the Star Killer, whatever the hell it's called, is with Star Wars technology. It's always been cool technology that it's very futuristic, but it always seemed feasible in some way. A lightsaber was cool, something you never thought you'd see in your real life, but you could understand the technology behind it. It seemed feasible.
Yeah, by the time I'm 100, I want a lightsaber.
Yes.
I want a lightsaber. That needs to happen.
The problem I have with this thing is, the Star with the Star Death Star seemed feasible. You could do that. You can make something that big that could shoot a laser. It doesn't seem feasible for me for something to literally have enough power to. It has enough power to suck the energy out of a star, but not enough energy to actually destroy something itself. That makes no sense to me. That makes no technological
Say it again? Okay, so it's I understand the Star Killer as its name now, because it literally kills the star to kill
it sucks. So this thing sucks a star into its energy or into the thing, and then redistributes it as a beam and destroys something.
Yeah, and it can shoot 5 beams at once if it wants to. Sure.
First of all. Why? No. Just
it has just different tentacles.
That's the first time I think Star Wars has ever crossed the line where I went.
One straight beam seems more easy to
not even the beams. It's the sucking the star out of the sky thing. That is so. It's way more fantasy than Star Wars has ever gone. I'll say that.
All right. Okay.
That is just way more. That's the only in this movie where I was like. I don't know if I can buy that. Yeah. I don't know if I can buy that. You
can't suck the energy. Well, how would you suck it? Well, what is it using to suck? What's the mechanism?
What energy? Why don't you just use the energy you're using to suck the sun up?
You're able to
use that. Yeah, it doesn't make
lock
sense.
ships in and then pull them in through the.
I don't know.
What do they get
force field?
The force field thing. There's. Yeah. Okay. I get where you're going. Yeah, that's.
So. That's my thing with it. It just seems, if you have enough energy to suck up a star, shouldn't you? Why don't you just use that energy that destroyed the planet in the first place?
Now I gotta say, how bad the bone is it that Millennium Falcon lands in light speed on the planet?
That was kind of.
It doesn't crash.
It doesn't crash. Oh. Yeah. That's a stretch too.
And so, most planets also have you enter at a certain angle so you don't blow up, right? Or is that not a thing in Star Wars?
Well, it's not a thing in Star Wars.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I don't think that matters in Star Wars.
Yeah, okay. I did love the reveal of the Millennium Falcon where
they call it
a piece of junk. Let's take this one. It's then the reveal is yes, Millennium Falcon, just sitting here.
That's good. Yeah, lots of applause.
That's great. Yeah.
But
other callbacks,
A lot of fan service to Falcon. Oh yeah, we're talking about callbacks.
Yeah, so the first, there's basically a movie of callbacks. So it started with giving the plans to the droid as you did R2-D2.
As you did R2-D2. Yes.
And R2-D2 wouldn't share those things unless he found Ben Kenobi. He wouldn't share it with unless something happened.
And it's also happening while the dark side is ransacking a village or taking over or something.
So like Darth Vader, and then
took over that little
did the choking thing, and I think they did the same thing here.
So that's a big callback. Oh boy, man, that's just.
I need a scene by scene play here. To go
when Finn first jumped on the Millennium Falcon, he pulled out that spear thing that Luke shot at with the glasses on in Episode 4, A New Hope. You know, when he was learning to use the blaster.
Yeah. They had the chessboard came up.
Yeah, they had the chessboard.
Which all makes sense as they're on the same ship.
I mean, they're on the same ship. That makes sense. But I mean, well, the chessboard makes sense. Pulling that ball out as he accidentally sat on. I mean, I thought that was clever. That
was clever. The chessboard in the original, was it just clay? It wasn't a hologram, was it?
They were holograms, yeah.
They were in the original. Okay.
Yes, they were. Yeah. Another callback was. I feel like the lightsaber in the snow being pulled out by Force is a Hoth thing, totally.
Yeah.
I feel like they literally went from planet to planet. They went They went from sand to snow to forest. They literally did all three in this movie. And then they even brought in the giant, like, bug-eyed looking It's a Trap dude.
No Cloud City, though.
No Cloud City. No time for Cloud City. General Amrak.
Yeah.
They brought him back for the end.
Akbar.
Akbar. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Is that the same guy, or is that like a relative, you think?
I think
younger.
I think it's the same guy.
Okay.
Because he kind of sounded like he had aged a bit. Like they brought him. Like he even did the same scene with the Death Star. They're like showing it. All right, now how do we destroy it? Oh, it's a big thing. Let's just blow it up.
And Maz quoted Yoda.
Who did?
Maz, I think is.
Yeah, the girl, kind of the wise old.
She basically quoted Yoda.
What did she say? I didn't get that.
About the Force. I'm not training the Force, but if I was, like, here's like the Force, like all the training stuff he did with Luke on Dagobah. Lots of quotes from that.
Yeah. I mean, that's scratching the surface. I was starting to feel like.
I want to know how the lightsaber got there, though. How the lightsaber got
I want to know why this lightsaber is in like a box that looks like it belongs in Indiana Jones.
Right, exactly.
Like I was like, for a second, I'm like, did we just switch movies? Are we now watching Indiana Jones? Because I've never seen a wooden box like that in Star Wars. I don't think.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks a little out of place there. It's just a minor, thing. But I thought, oh, that was weird. Yeah, I callbacks.
Trench runs and stuff.
Oh, I mean everything. The trench run. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the thing
one thing
where they mind control the stormtrooper to let him go.
I did love the
Craig, by the way.
I did love Ray trying to make the stormtrooper thing where it's let me go.
Yeah.
It took her a few tries. It didn't work until she relaxed and didn't try as hard.
That's a callback.
Yeah, I loved when she just mentioned and drop your weapon.
That's Daniel Craig's voice, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he did a cameo. He was in the same studio apparently. They did. How about when Ray was kind of snooping around in the planet, just kind of like Obi-Wan did in Episode 4.
Yeah. The humor in this movie is fantastic. It just lots of just random.
Especially for Chewbacca. Yeah, Chewbacca's got a lot of good lines.
Oh, and I'm not sure if this is a callback, but Chewie got hurt in kind of sick bay back there with the stormtrooper dude. I still don't know their names very well.
Ben, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any more? There's
so
more
many.
Callbacks. There's so many callbacks.
So many.
I'm so glad though, JJ. He broke the trend. See, in every other Star Wars movie, when Han Solo died, we would have had someone yell no.
Oh God!
That did not happen. That did not happen.
I actually didn't Ray and Finn scream at the top of the
scream? Did they say no then?
I don't remember.
I don't think they said no.
They probably
hope they didn't, because that's something Lucas added after the fact to Jedi and some other movies, I think.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm so glad this is the first movie we didn't have a no, because every other 6 movies now has a no. So glad.
Oh
man.
boy.
What else?
There's a callback for when they were in on that one planet with Maz and kind of like her little bar shop thing. That's
The
kind of a
Cantina
callback
Band,
to the
kinda.
Cantina Band. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of like had modern Cantina Band music, which I kind of thought.
I
was
wish that was on
cool.
the soundtrack. They omitted that from the soundtrack.
Is that really not on the soundtrack?
It's not. And then the Cantina
Um,
Band music's pretty good. Yeah.
Another callback was when Han Solo talked about the trash compactor. Like, hey, where should we
Oh,
throw
yeah.
them? Let's put them in the trash compactor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this
Oh,
whole
yeah.
movie was literally just a fan, like, just all for fans.
Now the next movie is gonna be directed by Rian Johnson, right?
The guy who
Or
did
the
Jurassic
Godzilla.
World. The guy who did Jurassic World.
No, he's doing the last one, I believe.
Oh, he's doing
I think
episode
it's either Rian Johnson or the guy that directed Godzilla is doing the next one.
The latest Godzilla.
Yeah, I think it's Rian Johnson that's doing episode 8. Pretty sure.
There's no wiki page for those yet.
It's IMDb though, right? Let me pull up the IMDb here.
Yeah, go ahead and do that because
This one does.
scrolling through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
Now, the weirdest thing is when the movie opens, no 20th Century Fox music.
Oh yeah.
It's such an odd thing. The digital versions don't have that anymore, except for A New Hope.
Yeah, they made them keep it didn't they? Yeah.
But it was so odd, and there was no Disney either.
There's no. Yeah, I was expecting to see the Disney thing.
Just Lucasfilm as a silent thing, and then
That was a little strange. Yeah.
It was so yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised we didn't have the Disney castle and everything.
What's Marvel do with that? Do they have Disney?
Marvel does that little comic book flip page thing where it like, right, where it flips through like the pages of the comic book.
They do, but is there any Disney as well?
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I don't watch those movies that much.
Okay. Rian Johnson is director of 8. It's coming out, so this was a winter release, John.
That's
episode 8 is a May release.
May,
it's
yeah,
2017, so it's not a full 2 years. It's only we'll have to wait a year and a half. Wow. Yeah. I thought we had a full 2 years. We got a year and a half until 8. That's amazing.
When is
I want to know when when's Rogue? I don't think we've released it for 9.
That's next December.
So we got a year for Rogue. Then, so we'll have 6 months in between 2 Star Wars movies next year.
Much, yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, back on point.
Yeah.
Music was fantastic. No Imperial March because Darth Vader is dead. I don't think we even heard parts of it. Even looking at the Darth Vader helmet.
You did. You did.
Was there a motif? Okay.
Faint little.
Okay. But yeah, music was great. So the new melody for Rey was, I thought, really well, good.
I really like the Rey character. She can hold her own.
She's like a better version of Luke Skywalker.
She's like the only Jedi that's not a whiny, complaining wino. Like Luke was, Anakin was. Like she's the only one that's like, all right, I'm just living my life and dealing with it. Like,
yeah, she might not go to the dark side. I'm so glad Luke Skywalker is not the villain in this movie. They come up because like, where's Luke on the poster? So he's not on the poster because he's not in the movie, basically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that theory that went around for a while? Everyone thought it. The poster,
Luke's the bad one.
Because he's not in the poster. He was behind the mask. Instead, we get what looked like the villain of Into Darkness, kind of. He kind of looks like the guy, right?
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Is that his name? Yeah. Oh man. Okay. What else? I'm trying to get back to Safari.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's a lot of stuff.
Now, what do you think of the German, the very German Hitler-y kind of thing?
First off, I have a
very
problem with you associating Hitler with Germany. That's just not fair.
Well, that era of Germany, that very the World War II era.
Fair enough.
There was that one moment where like this looks like
it looked like some really
the Nazi stuff.
Some sick cult, some sort of fascist movement or something. Yeah, definitely. I didn't mind that as much as I had a problem with Anakin Skywalker killing children in like Episode 3.
That was pretty messed up. That part. That was pretty messed up.
Like that. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't. It was okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of find it funny that they're standing on the planet that's shooting this giant laser beam out of it, and they're all just like, oh yeah, it's cool.
They all got radiation poison or are gonna die.
Yeah, I was like, they all just die of cancer tomorrow.
Yeah, right. I don't think they tested that one out yet.
They all just turn into giant tumors.
Now, towards the end of this movie, as they're going to Luke, it made when seeing the vision of Rey and Chewbacca together flying. It seems that Rey is the new Han, kind of. But
I'd say so. Yeah, maybe.
And do you think Han was joking when he said Chewie is a thing for you? Is that a joke?
I think she was just saying, I think she was saying that as a reference to hey, Chewie likes you because you're either a Skywalker or a Solo sort of thing,
Yeah. No, I did love how she was like, her and Han just beatbox them together with how to fix stuff
on the Falcon. Yeah, that's what made me think.
That's what made.
Yeah, they were finishing each other's sentences, which that's what kind of made me think that she is like the missing child of Han Solo that he didn't know about.
I love the solution to the hyperdrive. It's like, I just got rid of this thing. We don't need that.
I wish you would have said that 3 movies ago. Yeah.
Right. Oh man, yeah. So I love that Han, in these 30 years, so these 30 years happen, and so he tried to be a good guy, get married, have kids, and then, this kid goes off and kills the whole evil, Jedi Order. Yeah. I think the kid kills the Jedi Order pretty much, and there's other Jedi he probably killed, and everybody will die kind of thing. There's probably a whole story there that I'm not sure if we'll see or not. Do you think we'll get that story of, a movie of that happening?
Oh...
do you think they'll bring Luke back? Would Mark Hamill do that movie where it's he's doing the Jedi Order thing and this Han Solo kid ruins it all?
I don't see Mark Hamill doing that. No.
No. Okay. But and then Han and I think there's more to the Han and Leia as to why that didn't work. That's unspoken as to. I think it's more than just a kid thing. I think he screwed up in some way outside of that.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. He just wanted to go back to smuggling. That's what he knows and he's good at. Well, that's what he knows. He's not very good at, evidently. He had 2 people. I love when he had 2 people that you owe me money.
I know. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rey opens up the doors. It's like, oh, that'll stop him from going through. It's different solution, but it worked. Oh man.
Oh, it was. I was happy. Yeah.
I do love how Anakin's lightsaber is still being passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought, didn't that
lightsaber? That thing's probably pretty rusty.
Didn't that lightsaber get lost? I thought when he went, didn't Luke lose that one in Empire or something like that?
They got shot. Okay, so yeah, they got chopped off his hand, right?
Yeah, and then in Jedi he has the green one, the new one.
Yeah, he built a new lightsaber.
So where the hell?
Because he lost that one, right?
Exactly. So where did this lightsaber come from?
Now, how does Cloud City work exactly? Is there anything at the bottom of these clouds?
Oh, maybe she got it from Cloud City.
It's just someone would, I don't know. Someone would, is it just a bunch of clouds? There's no ground at all? I'm very curious in that one.
Well, she mentioned, hey, that's a long. She said, Han said, how did you get this lightsaber? She said, oh, that's a long story for another day. And kind of, and when Rey is handing it to Luke at the end of the movie, Luke is either really pissed off or he's constipated because he stares at her with this just irritated look. And I'm just wondering if he's looking at that lightsaber going, where in the hell did you get that lightsaber? And how did you know to bring it to me? Like, yeah, very confused. When I saw that lightsaber, I had to keep looking. I'm like, isn't that the episode 3 lightsaber?
Yeah,
I was like,
that was on episode 4 and 5.
Yeah, I'm like the one that got lost, the one that
the one that Anakin became Darth Vader with, because he failed and should have died. I gotta say, it's really sucks to be a Skywalker. I mean,
it's rough.
It's rough,
I want to know why Luke is such a little. Well, I guess
why he fled.
Why he fled? Yeah, why is he being a little?
Why didn't he take on the punk kid? I think.
For real.
I think he could have beat the punk kid. The punk kid's
not
on
his dad, but he can't take on this little whiny kid. Like, come on,
Luke,
you let the whole galaxy fall apart. Come on.
Pretty much.
It's not the Luke I know.
Right? Oh, man. So C-3PO has a red arm, and I guess a comic book coming out next year will explain why he has red arm.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm not sure that was necessary or not, but anyways.
Some reason to have something happen, just another story.
Sure.
Or something.
It happens. Let's see. I think that's. Is there anything else? I think that's it. I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, not that I can think of right now.
Sure there's more.
I'm sure there's a lot more. I don't know how many times I'm going to see this.
I'm going to see it a couple of times more at least.
How much? It's going to make a lot this weekend. I'm very curious to see how much.
300 million minimum.
Oh, more than that, right?
100 million pre-sales, I guess.
Hold on, wait. Let's look up the top grossing. I think didn't Jurassic World do the best right now? This is really good.
Does it bother you that people just could use lightsabers pretty easily without much training?
Kinda, yeah. They kind of took away from the
stormtrooper dude was able to use it not that well, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of didn't feel like it was as special as it was in the original movies.
And so the weird lightsaber that has the 2 other points on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to see how that was used. That was pretty. Seeing it used in the way it was. That looked painful. Getting
Well, it makes sense. It makes sense because if those 2 guards are there, it would be a lot harder for someone to cut your arm off because if they come in from the side, they would hit those instead of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, one thing they did in other Star Wars movies is through the Force, a Jedi could control the length of the lightsaber. Is my understanding.
What?
It was either through the Force or there was a knob. My understanding was through the Force, though.
I've never heard of this. Really?
Because Obi-Wan, at his battle, and 4, he made a little tiny spark at the end, right? He changed the length to something really small at some point in it.
I don't remember that.
You remember that?
No.
So I was thinking, could he make the 2 ends that don't go out very far, just one just shoot out really far at some point in a fight scene? I don't know. Variable lengths, You gotta change your length of your lightsaber now and then.
Yeah, you should just make it the length of the world or something.
Depends how strong you're a Jedi, right?
Use as a whip, like Indiana Jones.
All right. Oh man.
Oh come on, this is lame.
And did it at all bother you that R2-D2 was in low power mode until he was needed at the end?
Yeah, it's kind of weird how there's he's in low power mode, then out of nowhere he's like, oh wait, I'm awake now. Nothing seemed to trigger his being awake other than just we need him to be awake now in the story.
Yeah, it's it was so sad when they uncovered him. It's he's been in low power mode since Luke left. Oh,
30
he
years.
got really drunk and depressed one
Yeah,
time.
for 30 years he's been
Like
behind
R2,
that blanket.
yeah, R2 got really drunk and depressed one night with the low-powered mode.
Yeah, a little weird. Little weird decision to make R2D2 like. He might as well be senile. He's like the senile robot. Like,
Right.
oh,
And when he did wake up, like, it was
go.
so cool seeing BB-8 and R2 just hit it off, like, you know.
C-3PO visits him at the home every couple days.
Yeah.
Oh,
BB-8
boy.
and R2 hit it off once they got awake, like, you know. It could be an item, you know. Little droid lovers, you know. I've seen Chewie being in the movies for a while. It doesn't seem like he aged very much, and like Wookiees might live to be really old.
Wookiees live forever, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd see he being a character that lives on a while. They got the original actor, right, for Chewbacca?
Yes. What's his name? I forgot his name. I'm gonna
Matthew Mayhew or something.
Peter Mayhew, I think.
Peter Mayhew, yeah.
Yeah. Peter Mayhew.
How essential do you think it is for him to be Chewbacca every time?
Well, he was almost not able to do it, but because he has some problems with his legs or his back, but all these fans got together and were able to pay for his surgery so he could actually come back and do the movie. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He wasn't gonna be able to because he's so tall. He's such a tall man.
So the fans that why Disney fund that expedition?
I haven't looked that much into it. That's a really good question. You know,
Come on, Disney.
Yeah, like for real.
I did love how Lawrence Kasdan was part of the writing team who did Empire.
Yeah, it
or
shows.
directed Empire, right?
Lawrence Krishner directed. Ivan Krishner.
Oh, that's right. And Lawrence directed
Empire.
Yeah.
It looks like the opening weekend record right now is held by Jurassic World, and it's for $220 million for the opening weekend.
Oh, that's gonna get broken. Come on, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's not that much.
Yeah.
Star Wars, come on.
So this was announced in October 2012. So only 3 years turnaround from when Disney bought them. Not bad.
That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick for a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, no, 1 year for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I stayed till the end of the credits because I just enjoy, get my thoughts together and listen to music. And it just bothers me when people are like, oh, I wasted my time, and there wasn't any crazy. You didn't enjoy,
The rest of the whole movie, yeah.
Just, resting and with your thoughts as you hear this great music and looking at paying respect to people who made it.
People are so trained to just
they want
expect something at the end, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
to me that's such like a comic book thing, it's like a little tease at the end of the last comic book for the next issue. Like you don't need that. Like they teased you at the end of the movie. There was someone handing Luke Skywalker a lightsaber. How much more of a tease do you need?
Yeah,
people?
kind of a cliffhanger there.
Yeah, literally on a cliff. They're on a cliff. It's a cliffhanger. Literally, it is the most cliffhanger it has ever been in a movie.
Yeah.
One character you want to see use a lightsaber. He's getting handed a lightsaber on a cliff.
So what do you expect from the next movie?
Oh, it's all about Luke and Rey, and
Luke and Rey.
Luke and Rey.
We'll see Sloth Dude in physical form.
Sloth Dude. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, Sloke. Yeah, probably. We'll probably see Sloke.
Yeah.
Finn will probably come back in. He might get a little.
Do you think Finn will be a Jedi at some point?
I think Finn might go dark side.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Why is that? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
And that's not a racist joke. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
no, I can see that happening. Man, he could become a Jedi. Man, I don't know. I like to see. Poe seems like he's the new Han Solo.
Yeah.
It's weird because they've kind of they have all these characters that were all represented in the original movie as new characters, but they kind of switched their roles. Like Poe would have been Han Solo in the original movie, but now he's kind of in the Luke Skywalker seat. Luke Skywalker would have been Poe in the original series, but now he's the bad guy. Like they've kind of switched everything around.
Yeah.
It's like all characters are still Luke Skywalker would have been, or Rey would have been Luke Skywalker. Who, you know, everyone's represented. They just have different roles in the movie. It seems like they kind of just shuffled everything up.
I think so. The way I expected all the main old characters to kind of die off in this first movie. But the way it seems like next movie will be Luke, and Leia and Chewie will just kind of like exist for a while.
They'll be there. Oh, like, yeah, and C-3PO will always be there, I think, too.
C-3PO, well, R2, he's like... he's awake now. Like,
back? That's what... I really meant R2, yeah.
Is R2 back? Is he awake?
Oh, he's back. Good? He's back
he's
in
not
business,
going to power mode again, you know? He's not like...
he's like, oh, wait, I'm awake after 30 years. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think there's any reason to kill off Chewie or Leia. I think
unless the actors want to not do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a shame if they don't, they don't want. I think
what's Leia have to do these days, you know?
It's true.
What's Carrie Fisher
if you come back for one, it's just kind of mean to the fans to come back for one and not finish it and not tie. At least not tie.
Do the trilogy.
And not tie up your characters loose ends. Harrison Ford didn't want to do anymore, but at least he knew his character was.
He went out good. He went with style.
Yeah.
Do you So they're making these episodes alongside these like one-off movies.
The Rogue
yeah.
movies?
Do you think we'll continue to get more trilogies, or is this the last trilogy and there's just one-offs after this trilogy? Like this is the end of the episodes. That I'm curious about.
Well, my heart wants to say that this is the last trilogy, but
like,
I know.
Well, episode like 50 when we're like 100 years old.
Yeah, exactly. I know in like 50 years I'm gonna be like, oh man, that fourth Star Wars trilogy is coming out now. Can't wait to hear what happens to Chewbacca in this one.
The marathon through all of the Star Wars episodes were like 50 or 60. It'll be like a week or two long.
Yeah, it's gonna be so like they can just keep. I mean, it's like a soap opera. It can just keep going and going and going and going.
They really could, unless like the whole universe blows up.
I mean, but what in life couldn't keep going? Any movie or TV show or book or video game could just keep going.
I want to see an even more origin story of like the original Jedi Order and.
Like the first Jedi Council, like how they became about.
Yeah, and also like when Palpatine tells Anakin about the Master that could like stop life and death, like let's meet that guy and do that good and well. Like
I want to see Yoda. I want to see Yoda like training Obi-Wan and stuff.
Yeah,
and I guess Qui-Gon.
So see the Jedi in their prime, but this time make the movies better.
Oh, I'm so happy this movie was not those movies.
Yes, I'm so glad John Williams is still with it to do the music. At least,
yeah.
I hope the whole trilogy he'll be good enough to do them.
Jeez, Tim.
Well, he's in his 80s. He's born in 32, so he's
but.
Like I'm very concerned about that.
Just because John Williams might, even if he's not there, his music will live on in these movies. Like there are composers who can take his torch and keep carrying it.
Not as good though. Not as good. I'm very curious on the road.
Tim, I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah. But all his music kind of sounds the same. It's not probably too hard to get like some sort of John Williams like app on your phone that just makes John Williams music.
So it all sounds very similar, but he does the intrinsically weaving of it.
I could put on like Jurassic Park or Star Wars, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is this." You could literally probably take this Jurassic Park music, put it on top of Star Wars, and if you'd never seen either movie, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, this totally makes total."
Well, there are sense. Like he does craft themes for like Luke playing. Like he has different themes and like
that's what I'm saying.
Star Wars has a very complex language where it's
style.
He has a language where he interweaves and like. Anakin's theme has like some Darth Vader motifs within the peaceful theme from episode 1. It's a very deep language.
I see it as like you saying as soon as the guy who does the voice of Kermit the Frog dies that no one's ever gonna be able to do the voice of Kermit the Frog again. No, there will be more Kermit the Frogs, and you will not be able to tell the difference because
it's like same thing with Jerry Goldsmith. It's an amazing scorist, and now he's no more because he died in 2004, and like there's Star Trek music, but it's not the same.
That's true. Well,
but I am genuinely curious how the Rogue movie will do music-wise, because John Williams is not scoring that one. So that'll be the first test of this.
I think that's a good thing, actually. I think having different music will give it a different feel, which is something these movies need to do. I think if they feel like too much of the original trilogies, that might be overstepping their bounds as a side story.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
JJ did a good job of making this similar but different with the camera angles and like his style a little bit.
There's only one or two shots where I was like, that's a very modern, very J.J. Abrams-ish shot. Everything was pretty actually conservative as far as camera angles and pans and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Yep. So Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I will see it many more times. Do you have IMAX in where you're at? Are you going to see an IMAX at all?
I do have IMAX around me.
Is that something you want to do? The whole IMAX?
See it in IMAX. I'd rather just see it in the Prime again.
Yeah. I want to see if there's one near me. I doubt it, because, who knows? Boston, maybe. But, so I hope you've enjoyed our special episode on all things Force Awakens. I did not, when I was a kid, I didn't think we'd get 7, so I'm amazed.
That's why I'm so, because, watching Return of the Jedi as a kid and, finishing the movie and going that's it, I'll never, that's it.
Yeah.
But it's not, no. There's
especially when the prequels came out, George said, we're not doing that other trilogy, we're done. That's it. But that happened. So that's why. So
it'll happen.
I do want, the other new ones will feel special, but this is especially so because of it being 7. But anyways, hope you enjoy this special episode, and we'll be back next time with a traditional Nintendo Club episode. John, you can be found on their webs at John Wesley A, and on your Wii U and all that good stuff. And my handle is TCHATEN. And back next time for this is not a club episode, a level episode. So we're back for a regular level next time. This is a special.
This is episode. This is episode 1.
This is episode 1. So this is the first episode of Club Nintendo.
Club Star Wars.
Club Star Wars.
Hey, we can
do
it. Yeah,
we can do it. We have episode 2 next.
This is the pilot episode of Club Star Wars.
Yeah, Club Star Wars. Yes. Oh boy. Cool. Bye bye.